Hello children, welcome back to my channel Tejas Education. Let's learn about minerals and energy resources from Geography Class 10 Cbse board.
What do you see on your screen, children? A window grill? A pan, perhaps? Can you guess where these metals are coming from? They're coming from earth crust. Earth crust is made up of different minerals embedded in the rocks. Various metals are extracted from these minerals after proper refinement. Extracted, remove or take out. We can say that the impurities are being removed and the pure substance are obtained. But a better way of defining it is the refinement is the process which is necessary to make these metals usable for various applications. Minerals are indispensable part of our life. Explain. This is an important question for board exam. We are going to discuss the statement in detail and please write the answer for this question in the comment section. Indispensable, absolutely necessary. Let's see how. What do you see on your screen? The first picture is of a road. Yeah, you can see road. The road are paved with a mixture of crushed stones and a binding agent known as tar, which is derived from raw materials like coal, wood, and petroleum, all of which have mineral origin. Next, you can see picture of safety pin. Safety pin or paper clips often contain steel, an alloy that is primarily made from iron ore extracted from Earth's crust. The next, you can see the image of a ship. Steel is used in the construction of the ship hull, especially for larger vessels. It provides strength and durability in marine environments. Iron ore is the primary mineral used in the production of steel. Next, you see an aeroplane picture. Aluminium is a lightweight and corrosion-resistant metal that is commonly used for constructing the bodies and wings of airplanes. It is derived from bauxite, mineral rich in aluminium. So minerals are used for various purposes. Minerals are not only essential for the items we use in our daily lives, but also for the very food we eat. If you look at your screen, you can see delicious Indian food. That's why we say we should eat home cooked food because it's full of minerals and we should avoid junk foods. These minerals play a crucial role in maintaining our health and well-being. Let's take a closer look at few specific minerals and their functions in the body. Calcium found in dairy products, leafy green and fortified foods. Fortified food, cereals. Better to avoid cereals, children, because fortified foods have added minerals. Calcium is very important for strong teeth and bone. It also plays a role in muscle function and blood clotting. Magnesium, you can find magnesium in nuts, whole grains, leafy vegetables, which are very important for muscle and nerve function, energy protection, and bone health. Then comes potassium. We find it in bananas, potatoes, citrus fruits. It helps in regulating blood pressure, fluid balance, and muscle contractions. Then iron. Iron, we find it in beans, red meat, very important for formation of hemoglobin, which carries oxygen in the blood. Last but not least, zinc. It is found in food like oysters, bean, nuts. Zinc is also very important for immune function. So these are the few examples of the minerals found in food. So by consuming a balanced diet, we ensure that our body receive this essential mineral which help in proper body function. Now let's move on. In all stages of development, human beings have used minerals for their livelihood. In ancient time, you can see the image of tools made of stone, rock, pottery. Pottery is typically made from clay. Clay is a naturally occurring mineral. Clay is composed of various minerals. People used to sell ornaments made of silver, gold, semi-precious stone. So all these minerals help them to earn their livelihood. Decoration and festivities. We have used minerals to adorn ourselves and our surrounding. The first picture is of the Christmas tree decoration. Then we have a string light. Last is diyas, right? They light up the ambience. Here comes a gemstone ring as well as a picture of marble. So we wear beautiful gemstone. Some of us have the hobby of wearing them. They believe they have power, they bring positivity, and few of our home and religious places have marbles or granite floor. Yeah, they add to the calmness and beauty of the place. In the matters of faith and spirituality, minerals have held a sacred place in our rituals. From ancient amulet, this is the amulet, we wear it through thread over the neck, over the wrist, it's a personal choice. Minerals have been deeply intertwined with our beliefs and ceremonial rites that connect us to the divine. Idols are either made of marble or black stone. Let me tell you a story that I heard in my childhood from my dad. The legend of the black stone idol. Daddy told me in ancient time, in a remote village, the heart of South India, there was a temple dedicated to a god that held a special place in villagers' heart. The idol of the deity was said to be made from a rare and mysterious black stone. As the story goes, the idol was carved from a single striking piece of black granite, a material known for its enduring strength and deep dark beauty. The villagers believed that the divine aura of the black stone was so strong that it protected the village from harm and brought prosperity to their lives. Villagers would gather every year for a grand festival during which they adorned the idol with vibrant flower garlands and lit countless lamps, oil lamps known as diyas, to celebrate their faith and express their gratitude. This annual tradition not only highlighted the cultural significance of minerals but also served as a reminder of the deep rooted connection between the villagers and the divine black stone. It showed that minerals were not just material but also symbol of heritage, spirituality and bond between people. This is commonly seen in all the villages across India. In every aspect of our lives, whether it's a nutrient we obtain from food on our plates or the cultural expression that define who we are, minerals have been a fundamental part of our journey as humans. They have sustained us, adorned us, connected us to our heritage and spirituality.
Now let's learn about toothpaste and minerals. Toothpaste contains titanium dioxide, a compound created from the minerals ilmenite, rutile, and anatase. The toothpaste white hue comes from mica, which is found in rocks. Mica is the ingredient that gives toothpaste its sparkle and also to the tooth. Toothbrush and tube are made of plastics from petroleum. Fluoride, which reduces cavities, we get it from fluorite. Did you know how petroleum or fossil fuel were formed? What do you see on your screen? A picture of a petroleum producing oil field and a dinosaur? We all believe that the dead and decaying body of dinosaurs gave rise to petroleum or fossil fuel. But it's not the case. Petroleum or fossil fuel is formed from dead and decaying marine organisms, such as algae and plankton. Algae, we know the green plants which are seen floating on water. Plankton, they are microorganisms, very important for marine ecosystem. It takes millions of years to form. They remain sedimented between layers of rocks. If you see the arrow is shown between the two layers, right? These algae and plankton, they remain sedimented between the layers, and as the depth increases, the pressure increases, the heat, they all change these marine organisms into fossil fuel or crude oil named natural gas. Now let's learn about fluoride. Fluoride is a beautiful mineral formed through hydrothermal activity. Hydro water, thermal heat. Hydrothermal activity means geothermal heated water comes through vent in seabed. Now what is hydrothermal, geothermal, isn't it? Now let me explain geothermal heated water with the help of a video. If you look at the video carefully, children, you see that a heated water is coming through a vent in a seabed. So geothermal means naturally heat transfer process taking place on the surface of the earth because specific area below it has excess heat. So this mineral fluoride, how it is formed? When calcium-rich limestone bedrock was contacted by hot water containing fluorine and other mineral that was driven up via the earthen cracks. That means through the cracks they came up, the crystals developed in the rock crevices, in the cracks and other exposed area. Now let's learn about silica. Abrasive mineral, silica is found in soil, sand, construction material, concrete, brick mortar, etc. Next is limestone. Massive sediment of limestone is seen on sea floor. Aluminum oxide is also known as bauxite, which is refined to create aluminum oxide, commonly known as alumina, which can be used to extract aluminum. Electrolysis is used to remove the metal, but first the aluminum oxide must be heated in order for electricity to flow through it. I have explained in detail in my video Aluminum Industry from Manufacturing Industry chapter. Please go through Tejas Education video over it. Children, please like, dislike, comment so I can improve my videos. Okay? Calcium phosphate mineral is also bone mineral. Mica, which we discussed while discussing toothpaste. Mica is found in igneous, metamorphic, and as flakes over sedimentary rock. Now let's learn about light bulb and what are the minerals used in producing a light bulb. Filament of the bulb, it is a tungsten liquid extracted from the ores of wolframite and scheelite. Bulb glass is made of silica, soda ash, limestone and feldspar. Now let's talk about the base. It's called Edison screw base. The base was initially built out of brass, you can see here, insulated with plaster of Paris. Now it is being replaced with proclaim. Today the bases are more durable since they have aluminium exterior and insulating glass interior. What is a mineral? It is a homogeneous, naturally occurring substance with a definable internal structure. Homogeneous, a mineral is composed of same substance throughout its entire structure. This is what distinguishes mineral from rocks. Rocks are often made up of mixture of mineral and can have a non-uniform composition. Naturally occurring, it is not man-made. It's not synthetic. They are formed through natural process. Definable internal structure, they have a specific and orderly arrangement of atoms and ions, which gives them distinct physical and chemical property. Okay, you can see it from hardest diamond to softest talc. So you can see these three main points. If you look at different type of minerals, they are homogeneous, natural, and have a definable internal structure. Now let's learn how they are formed. Tada! So many processes, right? Crystallization, precipitation and evaporation, pressure and temperature, weathering, hypothermal solution, organic formation. Let's learn, children. Now we are going to learn in detail how minerals are formed. Before that, what is a rock? A rock is a collection of minerals. Now look at the video, children. Magma, the liquid rock that is formed inside the earth. This cools down and solidifies inside the earth. It is a slow process. This creates minerals in crystal form and they grow in size over the period of time. Example, igneous rock, granite which contain mineral quartz. Now look at this video, children. You can see the magma has erupted and now it is called lava. Right? It cools down rapidly and minerals crystallize. Example, feldspar, mica, quartz. Precipitation and evaporation process. So a mineral which was dissolved in water is left behind when the water is completely evaporated. A precipitate mineral is formed when the water it was dissolved in evaporates and leaves it behind. Example, limestone. Evaporation of ocean water leads to formation of salt crystals, right? Even gypsum, salt. So the water is evaporating and we can see here the minerals are left behind. This is my small attempt. In the condition of high temperature and pressure, the direct creation of new minerals from the elements within existing minerals. Okay, so new minerals are created from existing minerals. No, new minerals from the elements within existing minerals. New minerals from the elements within existing minerals. Weathering involves breakdown of minerals into small pieces. Then comes hydrothermal activity. It means geothermal heated water comes through vent in seabed. We already learned it, right? Organic formation of mineral. It is formed with the help of organism. For example, mineral within the shell, calcite, teeth and bones of organism contain apatite mineral. So these are all created by living things. But some minerals are formed in an inorganic way. That means they are occurring naturally. They can be found in sedimentary, igneous, and metamorphic rocks. Is opal and pearl a mineral? Please find out the answer and write in the comment section, children. Now let's learn what is a mineral again. Rocks are a combination of homogeneous substance called minerals. Some rocks, for instance, limestone is made up of single type of minerals, but rocks consist of several minerals in various proportions. A particular mineral will be formed from a certain combination of elements, depending upon their physical and chemical condition under which they are being created. So that gives result to various colors, density, luster, hardness, right? Then comes geographers. They study the earth crust for a better understanding of landforms. Landforms, hill, mountain, plateaus. Yeah, the distribution of mineral resource and associated economic activities interest them. Whereas a geologist is interested in the formation of the mineral, their age, physical and chemical composition. So how can we put in a simple? Geographers study things above the earth crust, whereas geologists study things under the earth crust, right? Now let's learn an important question, why it is important for us to understand the main types of formation in which minerals occur. Minerals are usually found in ores. We know ores is the place where we are able to extract minerals. They are found in huge amount, right? The term ore is used to describe an accumulation of any mineral mixed with other elements. So we have to purify, we have to remove the impurities and extract our required mineral. The mineral content of the ore must be sufficient in concentration to make its extraction commercially viable. We will not be able to extract a small amount of mineral. It should be there in sufficient amount because it involves a lot of money. It has to be commercially viable. The type of formation or structure in which they are found determines the relative ease with which mineral ores may be mined. Very important, what type of mineral it is. Then we have to think about the transportation, setting up factories where they will be molded into desired products, right? It's therefore important for us to understand the main types of formation in which minerals occur. Children, study this nicely. Minerals occur in these forms. What are the forms? Veins and lodes. Veins, the form of a thin line, lodes you can see. In igneous and metamorphic rocks, minerals may occur in cracks, crevices, faults, or joints. Smaller occurrences are called veins. The larger one, lodes. How are these formed? These are formed when the minerals in the liquid molten or gaseous forms are forced upward through cavity towards the earth's surface. So they are being forced from the inner earth towards the earth's surface. They cool, solidify as they rise. Major metallic minerals formed in this way is tin, copper, zinc, lead, and they are obtained from veins and lodes. In sedimentary rocks, a number of minerals occur in beds or layers, horizontal way. They have been formed as a result of deposition. They have been deposited like this, accumulated and concentration in horizontal strata. Coal and some form of iron ore have been concentrated as a result of long periods under great heat and pressure. So the coal as well as some iron ore are formed in this way. Another group of sedimentary minerals include gypsum, potash salt, and sodium salt. They are formed as a result of evaporation in arid regions. Arid, the region which has air. Another mode of formation involves decomposition of surface rocks. The surface rocks are getting decomposed. That means what happens? It removes soluble constituents, leaving a residual mass of weathered material which contain ores. Bauxite is formed in this way. Certain minerals may also occur as alluvial deposit in sands of valley floor and base of it. The Himalayan rivers, they bring silt, right? And wherever the water deposits the silt, it becomes fertile, the alluvial soil. These deposits are called placer deposits and generally contain minerals which are not corroded by water. They are not corroded means they don't get withered away by water. Gold, silver, tin and platinum are most important among such minerals because they are heavy. They don't get carried away. Ocean water. Ocean water contains vast quantities of mineral, but most of these are too widely diffused to be of economic use. However, common salt, magnesium, bromine are largely derived from ocean water. Okay, the ocean beds are rich in manganese nodules. I've tried to show them here. So the ocean bed are full of them. Manganese nodules, which are mineral concentration on the ocean floor, are made up of central core and concentric layers of iron and manganese hydroxides. So here in the middle we see iron and here we have manganese hydroxide. Nodules lie on the seabed's sediment, often partly or completely buried. So they are lying on the seabed, right? Seabed's sediment. Along with that other sediment you can find them. What are they used for? They are used for manufacturing of iron and steel. Rat hole mining. What is this? What sort of mining is this? Most of the minerals in India are nationalized and their extraction is possible only after we get permission from the government. But most of the tribal areas of Northeast, the minerals are owned by individuals or communities. Now let's learn in detail about rat hole mining. In Meghalaya, there are large deposits of coal and iron ore, limestone and dolomite. Coal mining in Jowai and Cherrapunji is done by family member in the form of a long narrow tunnel known as rat hole mining. So if you see here, you'll see this is a long tunnel over here and a person will go down and try to collect minerals out of this long tunnel, which is very risky. National Green Tribunal has declared such activity illegal and recommend that these should be stopped. How rat hole mining have effect on the environment? Numerous rivers water sources, particularly those in Jaintia Hill district, have become acidic. The water also exhibits sign of poor quality, that means less oxygen, or it will have more concentration of chemicals such as sulfate, iron and hazardous heavy metals, and high BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. If the BOD is more, the oxygen in the water becomes less, and larger fishes, they will struggle to get oxygen for their survival. As well as off-road transportation of trucks and other vehicles in the area for the transportation of coals also contribute the ecological and environmental harm. One of the main causes of air, water and soil pollution is the dumping of coal along the roadside. The NGT has deemed the practice to be dangerous for employees. NGT, National Green Tribunal. It is an initiative started by central government. It is an act of Parliament of India which looks into environmental issues. So it is a group of educated people, panel, assigned by Government of India. The horizontal channel network that the mines branch out are constantly in danger of collapsing or flooding. So as they dig deep in, the channel through which these mines branch out will be having the danger of flooding, or the roof will collapse. What is the difference between open pit mine, a quarry, and an underground mine with shafts? An open cast mine, the surface layer extraction is used for mining mineral from shallow depth. It's not deep. The shallow part over the earth crust is known as open cast mining. So in this we use bucket wheel extractors to remove minerals such as coal, gold and iron. Shaft mining, deep bores, deep tunnels are created to collect minerals with they are found in deep down in the earth. Various types of excavators are used in the mining for various purposes. For example, iron and coal are removed in this manner. The last, quarry. What is quarry? Quarry is a place where rock, sand, or minerals are extracted from the surface of the earth. Right? It consists of underground tunnels or shafts. It's also a type of open pit mine. Excavators are again used here. Gypsum, limestone, salt, gravel are removed in a quarry. Now let's learn distribution of few major minerals in India. An important word question. Why variation in distribution of mineral exists in India? First, let's learn. For example, how will you write? You have to write an introduction, explanation, conclusion. Always remember this pattern, children. So, India is very fortunate as it has a rich source of mineral, but the distribution is not even. For example, the northern plains, which are rich in alluvial soil, are they devoid of economical minerals, right? Sedimentary rocks on western and eastern part of the peninsula, like in Gujarat and Assam, have most of the petroleum deposits. Rajasthan, with rock systems of the peninsula, has reserves of many non-ferrous minerals, whereas peninsular rocks contains reserves of coal, metallic minerals, mica, and many other non-metallic minerals. These variations exist largely because of the difference in geological structure, processes, and time involved in the formation of mineral. Very important point. You have to write everything. Take a screenshot, write and learn. How a mineral deposit or reserve turns into a mine. The concentration of mineral in the ore, right? How a mineral deposit or reserve turns into a mine, it depends on the concentration of minerals in the ore, then the ease of extraction, closeness to the market play an important role as the economical viability plays the role. So to meet the demand, a choice has to be made between a number of possible options. So these are the points that you'll write for these questions. Now, so as we said, thus to meet the demand, a choice has to be made between number of possible options. When this is done, a mineral deposit or reserve turns into a mine. That will be your last sentence. Now look at this picture, my children. Here we have minerals. Then under the minerals we have metallic, non-metallic, and energy minerals. In the metallic comes ferrous. Ferrous means it contains iron, iron ore, manganese, nickel, cobalt. Non-ferrous, copper, lead, tin, bauxite. And then comes under metallic precious. It is gold, silver, platinum. Non-metallic, mica, salt, potash, sulfur, limestone, marble, sandstone all come under non-metallic. Energy, obviously, coal, petroleum and natural gas. So this will help you to remember various terms like ferrous, what will be ferrous, what will be non-ferrous. So it's good to know. Mention any three characteristic of ferrous group of minerals found in India. Ferrous means iron group of minerals found in India. So what we will say, as it is mentioned in the textbook, about 3/4 of total value production of metallic minerals are ferrous. They provide base for the development of metallurgical industries, and as well as India is rich in ferrous minerals and exports substantial quantities after meeting the local demands. So you have to write all these points. Metallurgical means study about metals, right? So this is very important in board exam point of view. This question will be asked. Chances are more. That's what I'm saying. Iron ore. We are going to learn about iron ore. Iron ore is the basic mineral and the backbone of industrial development. India is endowed with fairly abundant resources of iron ore. India is rich in good quality of iron, and magnetite is the finest iron ore with a very high content of iron up to 70%. It has excellent magnetic qualities, especially valuable in the electrical industry. So children, learn this, write and by heart. Now let's continue learning about iron ore. We are going to learn about hematite. Hematite ore is the important industrial iron ore in terms of quantity. It has slightly lower iron content than magnetite. In 2018-2019, almost entire production of iron ore from Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka and Jharkhand. It was procured from these states. The remaining production was from other states. So the main states which produce iron ore are Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka and Jharkhand. So this will be asked for map question. Now let's learn about the map. Major iron ore belt in India are: the pink is Jharkhand, the blue is Odisha. Odisha Jharkhand belt. In Odisha, high-grade hematite ore is found in Badampar mines in Mayurbhanj and Kendajuhar district. So children, I have marked it. If you see a triangle, red triangle, these are the main location which you have to show in your map. Singban district of Jharkhand, hematite iron ore is mined in Goa and Noamandi. So please learn this, practice, take a printout of map and start practicing. Now, Durg Bastar Chandrapur belt lies in Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra. So, very high grade hematite are found in the famous Bailadia range of hills in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh is in yellow color and Maharashtra I have shown in pink color. So, It has the best physical properties needed for steel making. What? Hematite. Where? It is found in Chhattisgarh. The range of hills comprise of 14 deposits of super high grade hematite ore. Iron ore from these mines are exported to Japan, South Korea via Visakhapatnam port. So children, please learn nicely, take printout of map, practice. Now comes Bailari, Chitradurga, Chikkamangaluru, Tumakuru belt. Karnataka has large reserves of iron ore. So obviously the green color is Karnataka. Kudermukh mines located in the western Ghats of Karnataka are 100% export unit. Kudermukh deposits are known to be one of the largest in the world. So you have to know Kudermukh. You should know how to mark or locate in the. The ore is transported as slurry, as a paste, watery, through a pipeline to a port near Mangaluru. Maharashtra Goa belt. It includes state of Goa, Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra. Here is Goa at green color, rest is pink is Maharashtra. The ores are not of very high quality, yet they are efficiently exploited. We have been using them. Iron ore is expected to Marmagoa port. So these are MCQ questions. Which port they are exported to? So please don't leave anything. MCQ can come, you will get confused. So better you practice. Write and practice. Manganese. Manganese is mainly used in manufacturing of steel and ferromanganese alloy. Nearly 10 kg of manganese is used or required to manufacture 1 ton of steel. It's also used in manufacturing bleaching powder, insecticides and paints. You have to again write and learn, children. In Madhya Pradesh, 33% of manganese is found, Maharashtra 27, Odisha 16, Karnataka 12, Andhra Pradesh 10, others 2%. So these are the production of manganese shown in the year 2018-2019. They have asked to superimpose the map showing distribution of iron ore, manganese, coal, right, and iron and steel industry. So what did we learn? Did you try it? So it is from the manufacturing industry. Production and consumption of steel is often regarded as index of country's development. Iron and steel is a heavy industry because all the raw material as well as the finished goods are heavy and bulky. So the transportation cost, everything depends. So they are all interrelated. Iron ore, coking coal, limestone are required in the ratio of 4:2:1. So what are they trying to tell us? That is, the location should be very close by so we can reduce transportation cost, so we can efficiently sell the finished products. Okay, now comes non-ferrous minerals, copper and bauxite. India's reserves and production of non-ferrous mineral is not very satisfactory. These minerals, which include copper, bauxite, lead, zinc, coal, play a vital role in number of metallurgical, engineering and electrical industry. Now we are going to learn about copper. India is critically deficient in the reserve and production of copper. Being malleable, ductile and good conductor, copper is mainly used in electrical cables, electronics and chemical industry. We have learned about this term in other grades also. Malleable, you are able to hammer it and press it into different shape so that, but it will not break, right? So now where are they located? The Balghat mines in Madhya Pradesh, Khetri mines in Rajasthan, and Singhavan district of Jharkhand are leading producers of copper. This is the map question again. So I have located it. Rajasthan, where it is, you have to say Khetri mine, Madhya Pradesh, Balghat mine, and Jharkhand, it is the Singhavan or Singhavan district. So please children again practice. Malleable we mentioned. Now ductile also have mentioned. It is drawn out into thin wire. I thought you already learned it in the chemistry chapter, right? Grade 9, grade 8 and all we have learned. So malleable and ductile, the two terms and their explanation. Bauxite. Bauxite deposits are formed from decomposition, chemical weathering of a wide variety of rocks rich in aluminium silicates. It is from bauxite we get a clay-like substance that alumina and later aluminium is obtained. From it we are obtaining aluminium. As we know, aluminium is an important metal because it combines and the strength of metal improves, right? It is combined with iron and its extreme lightness and also with good conductivity and great malleability. Now let's learn about the bauxite producing state in India. Odisha was the largest bauxite producing state in India in the year 2016-17. Panchpatmali deposit in Koraput district are the most important bauxite deposit in the state. MCQ question. Again, very important. India's bauxite deposits are mainly found in Amarkantak Plateau, Mica Hills and Plateau region of Bilaspur and Katni. So children, please practice. Take printout of the map and practice. Sorry if you are getting irritated. Again, I have shown a clipping. You can go through for your reference. Non-metallic minerals. If you see the picture, it is about mica. Mica is a mineral made up of a series of plates or leaves. Okay, it splits into thin sheets. These sheets are so thin that 1,000 can be layered into a mica sheet for a few centimeter high. So children, mica can be clear, black, green, red, yellow or brown. Okay. Why it is very important? Mica is very important because of its excellent dielectric strength, low power loss factor, insulating property, resistant to high voltage. Mica is one of the most important mineral used in electric and electronic industries. Now let's learn about mica deposit. Mica deposits are found in northern edge Chotanagpur plateau. Koderma Gaya Hazaribagh belt of Jharkhand is a leading producer. In Rajasthan, major mica producing area is around Ajmer. Nellore mica belt of Andhra Pradesh is also an important producer in the country. So I have marked it, children. Please learn. Now let's learn about rock mineral limestone. Limestone is found in association with rocks composed of calcium carbonate or calcium and magnesium carbonate. It is found in sedimentary rocks. Limestone is the basic raw material for cement industry and essential for smelting iron ore in the blast furnace. You might have learned it in the manufacturing industry chapter also. Why Chotanagpur is a storehouse of mineral? Very important question. So, if you see, igneous rocks which are generated in the depth of the earth bring metallic minerals with them in Chotanagpur Plateau. There are no minerals to be discovered in some places since they are sedimentary, like northern plains of India. We learned about the varied distribution of minerals. Chotanagpur Plateau is also a coal-rich area, as area's forest was eventually transformed into coal over millions of years. Now let's learn about hazards of mining. Look at this picture. The first picture, what I have shown. Dust coming out of the truck. So dust pollution. It is inside the mine. Chances of flooding or roof collapsing, fire. And here the dumping of waste. Last but not least, what is it? You should have strict laws to prevent these, right? What are the hazards of mining? Impact of mining on health of miners and the environment. Again, an important question. You have to write all these points. The dust and fumes inhaled by miners make them vulnerable to pulmonary diseases, lung diseases. The risk of collapsing mine roof, fire in the coal mine are constant threat to miners. Water resources get contaminated. Dumping of waste and slurry leads to degradation of land, soil, increase in stream and river pollution. You can write river pollution, however, but terms only you have to keep in mind. Last but not least, stricter safety regulation and implementation of environmental laws are essential to prevent mining from becoming a killer industry. So the question will come, why mining is a killer industry? You have to write all these points. Take a screenshot, learn, write, practice. Now let's learn about conservation of minerals. How can we take care of these precious minerals? Now look at these points that I'm going to share. They are insignificant. Insignificant means they are very less in amount. Rapid consumption. So we are using them rapidly. That means if they get over, it's not easy to form them again. They take millions of years to form. Process of formation is slow and non-renewable, and they're very precious. We have to take care of them. Increase cost. So when we are extracting, that involves a lot of money. Planning and sustainable use. Again, we have to plan. We have to use various planning measures and sustainable use so that it will be there for future generation. Improve technology and low grade ore and low cost. So there are ores which are not of high quality. We can use them with improving of the technology. Our IIT students can come up with new solutions with less amount of money involved. Recycling of metal, use of scrap metal. So recycling, again we use the recycle stuff so that we don't need to extract more minerals. Now let's learn how to write for the board exam. Now we are going to learn how to write in detail. Conservation of mineral. The total volume of workable mineral deposit is an insignificant fraction, that is 1% of Earth crust. We are rapidly consuming mineral resources that require millions of years to be created and concentrated. Mineral formation are slow, the rate of replenishment are infinitely small in comparison to the consumption. Mineral resources are therefore finite and non-renewable. Rich mineral deposits are our country's extremely valuable but short-lived possessions. So children, take a screenshot, learn, write, practice. The answer continues. Continued extraction of ores lead to increased cost as mineral extraction comes from greater depth along with decrease in quality. A great effort has to be made in order to use our mineral resource in a planned and sustainable way. Improved technologies need to be constantly involved so that low-grade ores can be used and less money will be involved. Recycling of metal, use scrap metal and other substitutes are steps in conserving our mineral resource for the future. So take a screenshot again, learn, all the best. I'm sure you are going to get great marks. Make a list of items where substitutes are being used instead of mineral. Where are they obtained from? So petroleum can be replaced by solar energy, wind energy. They're obtained from sun and natural wind. Metallic case of electronic items can be replaced by plastic. They're obtained from chemicals. Again, learn. Take a energy resources. Look at this picture. Conventional and non-conventional. Why do we need energy? Energy is required for all activities. We need to cook, to provide light, heat, to use vehicles, to drive machinery like tractors, aeroplane, ship, car. They all need energy. Energy can be generated from fuel, mineral like coal, petroleum, natural gas, uranium, and from electricity. Now, conventional source and non-conventional source. Conventional firewood, cattle, dung, cake. In villages, still it is happening. Coal, petroleum, natural gas, electricity, that is from hydel and thermal, that is quite recent. Non-conventional solar, wind, tidal, geothermal, biogas, and atomic energy. Now, firewood and cattle dung cake, which is a common sight in most of the villages in rural India. According to one estimate, more than 70% energy requirement rural household is met by these two. But there is a question that is asked in board exam. Continuation of firewood and cattle dung is increasingly becoming difficult. Why? Why it is getting difficult? The answer is because of deforestation, right? Using dung cake is being discouraged because it consumes most valuable manure which can be used in agriculture. So this is again very important question, 2 marker. Metallurgy. What does it mean? We are being using this term. It is nothing but the commercial use and usage of metals study, right? It is the use of metal industries such as transportation, defense, medical industry, etc. So one of the famous person who's a metallurgical engineer is Sundar Pichai, Google CEO. Conventional sources of energy. First is coal. This is peat. We're going to learn. Okay, what coal is formed due to compression of plant material over millions of years. So it is formed depending upon the degree of compression it has gone through, the depth and time of burial. Okay, so the quality depends on all these things, the degree of compression, depth, and time of burial. Decaying plant in swamps produce peat. So I've shown the picture of peat, P-E-A-T. Peat. Peat has low carbon and high moisture content and low heating capacity. Lignite. It is a low-grade brown coal. We are learning about different form of coals, which is soft with high moisture content. The principal lignite reserves are found in Neyveli in Tamil Nadu and are used for generation of electricity. Coal, we are going to learn about coal more. Coal that has been buried deep and subjected to increased temperature is bituminous coal. It is very popular coal in commercial use. So we learned about peat, we learned about lignite, we learned about bituminous coal. Now comes metallurgical coal. What is it? It is a high grade bituminous coal which has a special value for smelting iron in blast furnaces. Right? We learned about aluminum industry. If not, please go through your manufacturing industry chapter. Coal. Anthracite. Anthracite is the highest quality of hard coal. It burns with difficulty and it emits blue light while burning, and it is smokeless. That's why it is used in space heating also. Standard grade of it is used in generating electricity. Other higher grades are used in metallurgy. Is a clean burning fuel. In India, coal occurs in rock series of two main geological ages, Gondwana and tertiary deposits. Now let's learn about Gondwana first. Gondwana, a little over 200 million years in age, the main resource of Gondwana coal, which are metallurgical, located in Damodar Valley, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Jharia, Raniganj, Bokaro are a good example. The Godavari, Mahanadi, Son and Varda Valley also contain this coal deposit. Tertiary deposit. Tertiary, which are only 55 million year old, tertiary coal occur in northeast state of Meghalaya, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland. Children, take a screenshot, write exactly what I've written, learn. It's important. Okay, Gondwana and tertiary deposits. And thermal power stations are located on or near the coal field. Coal, once it burns, it becomes ash, so it's very easy to transport. That is the main reason. Yeah, it is a bulky material which loses weight as it's reduced to ash. Transportation cost would be cheaper. Hence, heavy industry and thermal power stations are located on or near coal field. Again, an important question. Petroleum or mineral oil is the next major energy source in India after coal. Why? Because we use it for heat and lighting, for machinery, raw material for number of manufacturing industry. Petroleum refineries act as nodal industry for synthetic textile, fertilizer and numerous chemical industry. Why? Why they act as nodal industry? A question can come. What is a nodal industry? A nodal industry helps other industries to grow and do well. It provides important things that the other industries need, like materials or energy, so they can all succeed together. So, petroleum is a nodal industry. It provides many raw material for other industries for survival. So, this question you have to explain and write. Most of the petroleum occurrences in India are associated with anticlines and fault trap. Anticline I've shown here, right? This is like a hill, and this is called syncline here, which I have not mentioned. For us, anticline is more than enough. And here I have mentioned fault trap, the crack between the two rocks. So what is anticline? It is like a hump or a bend in the layers of rock underground. Okay, these bends can trap oil. Just like if there is a dip, the water gets collected. Here, the oil is getting collected. Fault trap, it is a crack between the rocks in the underground, right? There it is again collecting what? It is collecting oil. So we are able to use these from anticline and fault trap. In the region of folding, anticline or domes, it occurs where oil is trapped in the crust of the upfold. The oil-bearing layer is a porous limestone or sandstone through which oil may flow. The oil is prevented from rising or sinking by intervening non-porous layers. Petroleum is also found in fault trap. Just now we learned between porous and non-porous rock. Gas being lighter usually occurs above the oil. Petroleum is referred to as liquid gold because of its scarcity and diversified uses. So that is again an important question. Mumbai High, Gujarat and Assam are the main petroleum production areas in India. Again a map question. Akleshwar is the important petroleum field of Gujarat. Assam is the oldest oil producing state. Digboy, Naharkatia, I don't know whether pronunciation is right. Apologies if it is wrong. Moran Region are the important oil fields in the state. As I have marked, practice children. From the map, locate the three major offshore fields of Western India. Please find the answer and write in the comment section. Please don't ignore children. Please do write. Natural gas. Natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. Usually it is used in power sector to generate electricity, for heating purpose in industries, and as raw material in chemical, petrochemical and fertilizer industry, as transport fuel and also as cooking fuel. With the expansion of gas infrastructure and local city gas distribution (COD) network, natural gas is also emerging as a transport fuel and as well as cooking fuel. Transport fuel CNG, cooking fuel PNG.
Now let's learn about the natural gas reserves. So here we have shown in the map Mumbai High and Allied Field along west coast, which are supplemented by finds in Cambay Basin. Then along the east coast, new reserves of natural gas have been discovered in Krishna Godavari Basin. The first 1,700 kilometer long Hazaria Vijaypur Jagdishpur cross-country gas pipeline constructed by GAIL linked Mumbai High and Basin gas field with various fertilizer, power, and industrial complex in western and northern gas. Children, this is coming or this might come as MCQs or locate in the map. So you should know all these. Again, take a screenshot, write, learn, locate in the map and learn. Now, this artery that we just mentioned is providing Indian gas market the required development. Indian gas infrastructure has expanded over 10 times, like from 1,700 kilometer, then to 18,500 kilometer, then last 34,000 kilometer, right? That means it is expected to reach 34,000 kilometer as gas grid by linking all gas sources and consuming market across the country, including northeastern state.
Electricity. Electricity is generated mainly in two ways. One is by running water, that is hydroelectric. The other is burning fuels, coal, petroleum, natural gas, thermal power. Once generated, the electricity is exactly the same. Whether it is hydroelectric or thermal, the electricity produced is the same. Hydroelectricity is generated by fast flowing water and which is a renewable source. If you look at the picture also I have shown, dam, right? India has a number of multi-purpose projects like Bhakra Damodar Valley, the Kopili Tidal project producing hydroelectric power. Thermal electricity. Thermal electricity is generated by using coal, petroleum, and natural gas. That we know. Thermal power stations are non-renewable fossil fuels for generating electricity. That is, where once these coal, petroleum, natural gas get used, it will take millions of years to form. Right? They are not renewable. They are non-renewable sources. I've just shown a thermal power plant, children. Now look at this picture. Nuclear or atomic energy. What I have shown, it is a non-conventional source of energy. Non-conventional and conventional. Conventional, cow dung cake, burning wood, etc. These are the non-conventional ways. Solar energy, tidal energy, geothermal energy, biogas, wind power, nuclear or atomic energy. Non-conventional source of energy or renewable source of energy. As in India, we see that consumption of energy has increased. Our dependence on fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas is also high time. Rising prices of oil and gas and the potential shortage have raised uncertainty about the security of these energy resources for the future generations. Okay, so this will directly affect our national economy. So increased use of fossil fuels has caused a lot of environmental issues also. Hence, there is a pressing need to use renewable energy sources like solar energy, wind, tide, biomass, and energy from waste material. These are called non-conventional energy sources. So there will be a question, why non-conventional energy sources are much in demand in India now? You will write the consumption of energy has resulted in India becoming dependent on fossil fuels, and as they are non-renewable, we have to plan and use them in a sustainable manner for our future generation. And moreover, once they get over, it will affect our national economy. So you need to write the whole answer. Again, take a screenshot, write and study, children. Nuclear or atomic energy. How do we get it? We get them by altering the structure of atoms. When such an alteration is made, much energy is released in the form of heat, and this is used to generate electricity. Uranium and thorium, which are available in Jharkhand and Aravalli ranges of Rajasthan, are used for generating atomic or nuclear power. The monazite sands of Kerala is also rich in thorium. Now let's learn about solar energy. India is a tropical country. It has enormous possibility of tapping solar energy, right? Even we have Cochin International Airport solely running on solar energy, the entire airport. Photovoltaic technology converts sunlight directly into electricity. Solar energy is becoming very popular in rural and remote areas. So now let's learn about the importance of solar energy. Some big solar power plants are being established in different parts of India. So we are trying to depend more on solar energy and less on conventional fuels such as cow dungs and firewoods, right? As they are contributing for environmental pollution, right? We can use the cow dung to manure our paddy field or wheat fields, and moreover we can protect our environment from getting polluted by burning the firewood, or by we can protect the land from soil erosion, because more and more firewood are taken down. That means deforestation is taking place. So these are the consequences which we can avoid if we depend on more on solar energy. I just mentioned photovoltaic technology. So if you see, I have shown here solar cells. It are connected to inverter, then a light bulb. So as solar cell or solar panel, they convert sunlight. Here the sun I have shown. They convert the sunlight directly into electricity through photovoltaic effect. This effect occurs when certain material, typically made from semiconductors like silicon, absorb photons, that is, particles of light, release electrons, generating an electric current. Solar panels, composed of many solar cells interconnected to harness the energy from the sun. So they are there to collect the energy and produce electric power. This technology is widely used for generating clean and renewable energy from sunlight and has various applications including residential, commercial, and large-scale solar farms. I've just shown. You can go through what is photovoltaic technology. Biogas. I've shown the picture of biogas plant. So shrubs, farm waste, animal waste are used to produce biogas for domestic consumption in rural areas, villages. Decomposition of organic matter yields gas, which has higher thermal efficiency in comparison to kerosene, dung cake, and charcoal. Biogas plants are set up at municipal, cooperative, and individual levels also. The plants using cattle dung are known as gobar grass plants in rural India. These provide two benefits to the farmer in the form of energy and also a very high quality of manure. Biogas is the most efficient use of cattle dung. It improves the quality of manure and also prevents loss of trees and manure due to burning of fuel wood and cow dung cakes. Tidal energy. Here I have shown the waves. What is a tide first of all? The gravitational pull exerted by the moon, and that causes the rise and fall of sea, right? So to explain tidal energy, the best would be to watch an animation video. But as I'll get a copyright claim, I won't be able to show it here. If you want, you can Google it and see and you learn. I'm trying my best to explain how this helps in producing electricity. Oceanic tides can be used to generate electricity. Floodgate dams are built across the inlets. During high tide, the water flows into the inlet and gets trapped when the gate is closed. Okay, after the tide falls, the water goes down. Outside the floodgate, the water retained by the floodgate flows back to the sea via a pipe that carries it through a power generating turbine. Now, we are going to learn where tidal energy plants are located in India. In India, the Gulf of Khambat, the Gulf of Kutch in Gujarat on the western coast, and Gangetic Delta. Gangetic or Gangetic, it's upon you how you pronounce it. In Sundarban region of West Bengal provide ideal condition for utilizing tidal energy. So the Ganga Delta in Sundarban region of West Bengal also provide ideal condition for utilizing tidal energy. So these you have to locate in India map. Geothermal energy. Geothermal, if you look at the picture, it refers to heat and electricity produced using the heat. And where is the heat coming from? From the deep inside the earth, interior of the earth. Geothermal energy exists because earth is damn hot deep inside, is very hot there. Okay, it is progressively hotter with increased depth. As you go down, earth is very hot. Where the geothermal gradient is high, high temperature are found at shallow depth. Shallow means it's not that deep, right? Groundwater in such areas absorb the heat from the rocks and become hot. It is so hot that it rises to Earth's surface, it turns into steam. Yeah? There's so much to learn, I know. Tidal energy, hydroelectricity, you have no other choice, you have to study. This steam is used to drive turbines and generate electricity. Same request, take a screenshot, write and study. There are several hot springs in India which could be used to generate electricity. Two experimental projects have been set up in India to harness geothermal energy. One is Parvati Valley near Manikarn in Himachal Pradesh and other one is Puga Valley in Ladakh. Conservation of energy resources. Very interesting topic. Energy is a basic requirement for economic development. Why? Important question for board exam. Every sector of national economy, agriculture, industry, transport, commercial and domestic needs energy. Okay, all these sectors need energy. How they need energy? Let's learn that first. Agriculture. Why does the sector require energy? Mechanization, we use tractor, processing, we have to store the grains, then we have to transport those grains to vendors, right? All these require energy in the form of petrol, yeah, storage. We have to use refrigerator, freezer, or whatever temperature we have to maintain. These all require energy. Industry, manufacturing process requires electricity. Chemical reactions, quality control and testing, these all involve energy. Transportation, vehicle, public transport, all runs on fuel. Commercial, information technology, right? Domestic, household, we use energy, cooking gas, appliances, electricity, tab, mobile, laptop. Yeah, again transportation. Our car, personal car, this also requires energy. Now let's go back. The economic development plans implemented since independence necessarily required increasing amount of energy to remain operational. Right? We need to meet the demand. We need to meet the energy requirement demand. As a result, consumption of energy in all forms has been increasing in our country. There is an urgent need to develop a sustainable path of energy. Right? We have to conserve it. We have to conserve it for our future generation as well as the present generation. Promotion of energy conservation and increased use of renewable energy source are the twin planks of sustainable energy. That is the two way we can save energy. Right? One is conserve the energy and second is use renewable sources. Solar, thermal, geothermal, tidal, biogas. Energy saved is energy produced. Explain. Very important board question. Just look at the picture. We have to depend on these sources of energy. Solar, nuclear, tidal, biogas, wind power, geothermal energy, thermal energy, hydroelectric. Right? Now, India is presently one of the least energy efficient countries in the world. We have to adopt a cautious approach for the judicious use of our limited energy resources. For example, we have to use public transport, switch off the light not in use power saving devices like LED lamps, and use non-conventional source of energy. So these are a few points that I've mentioned. If you want, you can elaborate, or for 3 marker, this is more than enough. So children, I've tried my best and put a lot of hard work in producing this video. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel Tejas Education. Do comment. If you don't like, also comment. If you like, also comment. I'll really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. God bless. Your exam is going to be super easy. Don't worry, just work smart. Work hard, work smart. Thank you.